Good afternoon. Hey, Pat. Hey, Carol. Trying to get my live to come up on my computer. I'm also trying to get my mail to show up on my iPad. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you for sharing, Pat. I'm trying to keep up. Hey, Bev. All right, you guys. I might have to do the weekly drawing at some point later in this live. Because my iPad is not accepting mail right now. Terry. Yes, it was good seeing you. I'm going to try to keep up with some comments. Denise. Oh, I have mail coming through. I have mail coming through. Oh, good. All right, my mail finally came through. Let me see if I can catch up. So, Denise, Terry, I'm glad you could make it. Did you get all settled in to your hotel? Carolyn Shackelford, Marcia, thank you for sharing, Carol. Oh, there it is. I was wondering why my live. Let me do the wheel really quick, you guys. Literally just until now, all the mail started coming through, and my iPad is synced to my phone, it's synced to my iWatch, and it's not until I actually turn on the iPhone that everything kind of syncs together. And so I haven't turned this on. I only use it for drawing, so the last time I turned it on was Wednesday, so it took a while for all of the emails to come through. Hi, Patty. I missed Patty. I see it on my phone. Hey, Raquel. Glad you could be here. Yeah, taking a nap, then go, yeah, save up some energy. Patty, while you're watching, I have a prize for you. I need you to private message me your email address, please. Not your email. I can't send a prize to your email. Your mailing address. If you would send me your mailing address through private message, you might see a message from me from like a week and a half ago at least, where I was asking for it. Okay, last Sunday was the 6th. But the prize that you won, Patty, was from like weeks ago. But I need to get that to you. I don't know if you realized you won. All right, come on. Okay. I'm shuffling now. Okay, now I'm shuffling. Just takes a moment. Okay, so there you go. Raquel, Marcia. Oh, did I? I'll go check. I'll go double check. Thank you. If you did. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I don't know. Hey, Jackie, hadn't seen you in a while. I'll go back, Patty, and double check my emails. Sometimes from day to day. I get mixed up and confused. All right. I just want to shuffle this a couple of more times and then I will get started. Some nice colors for today. Okay. All right. Raquel gets mixed up for a minute. You know, quite honestly, I do too. I could get mixed up in the same 60 seconds. Jackie, I hope you're doing well. Hadn't seen you here in a while. All right, I think I caught up with some comments. Just in case, if I missed you, I did not do it on purpose. Want to welcome everyone. Today is February the 13th. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Oh, good, Jackie. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. I hope you are all ready and have a card or two made up for the ones that you love. Want to welcome you to Sunday afternoon from San Antonio, Texas, sunny San Antonio, Texas. And I just want to give a really quick shout out to my friend from Colorado, Terry Brummagem. I think it's Brummagem. We had a good time meeting for the first time and having lunch at Chili's. Some soup and salad and some chips and queso. So I was glad to have a little bit of time to finally meet somebody. So welcome. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Barbara Ragsdale. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. I am live on Sunday afternoons in order to show you all things Stampin' Up! I will just try to remember announcements as we go through because today I need to do the drawing for last week and I have another project to show you all. So let's go ahead and get started. Aw, thank you, Terry. Thank you. If you are watching right now, you probably see the live. I think it's on this side up here. And if you don't see a live, that's because you're watching the replay either on Facebook or you might be watching me from my YouTube channel. And if you're watching me from YouTube, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't already, feel free to stamp that red subscription button and turn on your bell notifications. That way you know whenever I go live or when I upload a video. And I'm also live Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you are a scrapbook aficionado or if you want to learn how to scrapbook using your Stampin' Up! Products, the only products that I show during my demonstrations are Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator for Stampin' Up!, we promote those products. If you have ever had the opportunity to compare our products to other products, you know that there is a big difference between specifically cardstock. You know that our stamps and our dies are, thank you for the hearts, I see hearts going up to the side. You know that our stamps are superb. We have 3 different kinds. We have the red rubber, the clear, and the cling. And you know that our dies are, you can tell the quality from the dies, especially if you've purchased them from other places, specifically Wish. I know you can probably get some pretty good deals through them, but I wouldn't recommend it because Some of those and a lot of those are, what's the word? I can't think of the word because of my brain fog. They are copyright infringed, I guess, if you want to put it that way. They look very similar to Stampin' Up, but they're not. The only way you can truly guarantee getting Stampin' Up products is through a Stampin' Up demonstrator, or if you order directly off the Stampin' Up website when you place your order. So, once again, welcome, Carolyn Shackle. Yeah, there's definitely a lower quality, and you can tell. So, I only promote Stampin' Up products. I only promote current products. It's very rare that I will use something that's retired. Very rare. I mean, very rare. And I don't use any retired products only because you can't buy them anymore unless you go to eBay or you're part of a group that buys and sells these products from, from other people. And so you just have to be careful. So always, try to get your Stampin' Up products from a demonstrator directly and not just anywhere online, because you really don't know what you're going to get. But like I said, we do have quality products. We've got catalogs full of stamps, dies, embossing folders, stamping tools. We have a complete line of colors. There's 50 colors in our product line that you can get in stamping pads, stamping markers, blends. You've got, this cardstock back here, as well as coordinating accessories, which includes ribbons and any embellishments. So if you are looking for quality crafting supplies, you're in the right spot. And so we are here as demonstrators to inspire you to create, and we're also here to share with you some ideas on what you can do with those products. Whether you're a beginner or you're an intermediate, you dip in it from time to time, or you're advanced. So I also, welcome especially beginners. With beginners, I know it can be a little overwhelming because there's a lot that you can do, and don't be intimidated by what you see here either today or what you see on other lives that you might watch, or pictures that you see, or even the catalogs. Don't be intimidated, because those are real people. They might have fine-tuned their art, because you can do this. I just want to let you know, if you're a beginner, you can do this. All you need is some good guidance, some good quality tools and products and accessories, and you can do this. And from time to time, I do case the catalogs. And case means copy and share everything. And that's just me showing you that you can do the things that you see in our catalogs, even if you're a beginner. You just need a little guidance and the right tools to do it. So I think you all will be happy with today's project. And we'll go ahead and get this going, because I know it's going to take a little bit to do this project. I've already done a lot of the prep work just to speed things up a little, but as I'm putting things together, I will just go over some announcements to let you know what's going on. And if I miss something, which is very possible, you guys, it's very possible. I say I'm going to do things, and then I completely forget until like after the live, because I don't have a script. There's nothing in front of me. It's just repetitive if I can remember. And I have my squirrel moments and my rabbit hole moments. And so, yeah. So, but I have the wheel in front of me, so I know when I get this pointed down, we're going to get that prize out of the way. So let me go ahead and flip this. Let me turn off my heater, because I have a feeling it's going to get warm. All right. My messiness on top of there. Let me pull this down a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I can see comments. All right, let me move my chair out of the way. All right, so every single week, every Sunday, whatever I do project-wise, those are the prizes that I give away. And last week, if you joined me last week, this goes along with this host code. Last week, I did the monthly free kit in the mail, which is these 4 cards using the Honey Bee Home Bundle. The free kit in the mail for the month of February is a cut kit in order to make all 4 of these cards. Everything is cut for you, die cut for you, embossed, punched, includes accessories, ribbon, the little any rhinestone gems or any kind of little embellishments that go with it. The only thing I don't do is the stamping, and that's just because it's a Stampin' Up policy that we don't do any stamping for you. Last week I did announce that I have added an option to the list for the monthly free kit in the mail. So there's several options. If you spend $25 or more on my website using this host code, then you get the free kit in the mail. You get a free kit just sent, and let me pull my celebration book. You'll get a free kit in the mail from me. Now, if your order is $50 or more, you also get the free kit from me, and you also get a coordinating accessory, which is like another pack of embellishments, a full package of embellishments, just as a thank you for ordering from me. But because we are still in celebration, you get to choose a $50 level item from the celebration brochure for free. Lots of really cute things still left up for grabs, and like I said, it goes to the 28th of February, so we still have a couple of weeks left to take advantage of some free things. So that's actually the best deal here, is to get the kit for free, the coordinating accessory, and still choose something for free at a celebration during your checkout. And when you check out, it will tell you you have some celebration rewards. So let me put these cards together here. We'll give away, I'm gonna do 2 giveaways. We'll do this one, and then we'll do that one, and then we'll do this one, which opens this way, and we'll do that one. And let me get my pen so I can write this down. And to get on the wheel, all you have to simply do is like my video, share my video, or comment on each one of my videos. And if you share, you actually get 2 entries. And after you click the share button, you come back to the comments, and if you're new, you might see other people typing in shared. That's because they've shared the video, and then they come back to the comments and type share. That way I know I can give them the extra entry for sharing my videos. And it really is that simple. And because Stampin' Up! Is all I do appreciate when you share my videos, because that does help support my business, and that's how I'm able to come on every single week and do these things and give away prizes and things like that for you. So it's a win-win for everybody. And these are all of the names from last week. And let's go ahead and spin and see who wins these cards on the left. Who's card number 1? Oh, Heather. Let me just put over here off to the side. Cards number 1. Heather has been on a winning streak. She's won, what, the last few weeks? I think I'm missing some comments here. Yes, Patty. I will double check that once I get off my live. Thank you so much. Marcia. Yes, Marcia, you can just buy the kit, and I share it almost every time. I don't share it every single time. I know I should share it more often, but quite honestly, let me show you in the celebration brochure that I've already misplaced. Oh, here it is. I'm telling you, y'all. Let me just share this really quick just because Marcia asked. But during celebration, let me get to the right page. There is a join special, and really all that means is you're purchasing your own demonstrator kit. Now, when I say that, let me just say that you don't have to be like a demonstrator for the business. You don't have to build a team. You don't have to have parties. You don't have to sell to anybody. You can simply enjoy a discount all by yourself. There is nothing wrong with that. A lot of people join just for the discount. Clearly, I'm not one that really pushes it, so that's why I just didn't say anything. But I'll definitely say it from time to time, and then if somebody asks, I'll say it. But right now, during celebration, which is through the end of this month, when you join the Stampin' Up family, which our kits are normally $99. You get to choose $125 in product. You get a starting 20% discount on all your personal purchases. You get access to catalogs early. You get to order things a month early before they're published in catalog. There's lots of benefits. But during celebration, they've spiced it up a little bit, and you can actually choose 2 free stamp sets to add to your kit absolutely free. And that is during celebration. I do have a team, and so and almost everybody on my team is on it just for the discount. I don't push anybody. You're not going to get hounded to do parties or anything like that. If you simply just want to enjoy the discount and be left alone, but yet still be a part of a group of some great ladies, I'm part of the Stamp Therapist team. You are welcome. But yes, that will answer that question where you can just buy the kit. And that really is a good deal because it's $99 plus tax. You get to choose $125 product, and you get 2 free stamp sets. Plus, you can also get your own rewards on your own orders as if you were a host. And then you can also still earn some more celebration things through the end of this month on your own personal order. And then we're going to have celebration again later in the month. Later in this year. Like later. Like 5 or 6 months later from now. So, yeah. So thank you for asking, Marcia. Patty. Oh, thank you, Patty. Okay, so now let's do the second set. I'm just going to spin this again. Yes, Heather is very lucky lately. Oh, that was really close, Cindy. But Kathy Ty, just writing this down. Kathy, I'm not sure if you've won before. I don't know if you won before, but Kathy, if you're watching now, I don't think you were on here, but if you're watching the replay, private message me your mailing address because I really don't think you've won before. But then again, I could be wrong because I just could be. Okay, so let me put those away and let's show you what you can do with. Okay, I have a question. Does anybody recognize like these things right here? And I'm going to open this while I'm talking because I still haven't taken this out. Does anybody recognize these things right here? Like, where do you normally see these? Goodness. I'll try to take all this off. I bought several of these like a long time ago. I have a whole little drawer full of stuff like this that I can get, and this does go somewhere, but I'm going to put it off to the side and hopefully I don't lose it. Does anybody recognize these? They're just little simple wood clip frame. They usually have this fake family on this picture. But these, I bought several of these from Michael's in the dollar spot. Y'all know the dollar, those little dollar trays that there's usually like a whole row of them, and there's things in there for like $1. And this is a pretty good clip, by the way. That's a pretty large clip, and it's a pretty decent quality. But I got this from Michael's for $1. Terry, I almost wanted to show you a sneak peek, but I was like, no. But yes, we're going to be doing something with this today. And for $1, I want to show you what you can do with your Stampin' Up! Products, scraps. You know, this is not very big. This actually is 8 by 8. This is an 8 by 8 wood frame, wood clip frame is what they're calling it. And so we're going to decorate one of these today. Okay, now let me show you my version. And I am sticking with the Honeybee. Actually, it's the Home and the Heart and Home Designer Series paper is what I'm sticking with, and I'm adding a few extra products from our annual catalog. So let me show you what I did with this. Let me move my, sorry if this moves, I'm moving my light out of the way there. Surprise is always good. Okay. Okay. Well, mine, I already put the little dowel pin on the back, because when this pin is on the back, now if you wanted to hang it, you would probably have to put something on the back, one of those picture hangers to hang it. But it's designed for this little dowel pin to go in the back here. That way it stands up, and you can put it, you know, on a mantle or a shelf of some kind. But let me show you what I did with mine. Ta-da! I did this. You can see the back of it is the same. I didn't do anything to the back, but I just decorated the front. But we're going to be doing this today for one of these dollar wood clip frames. So if you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or whatever and you see these, grab some. Grab a few. They're usually like $1. And I'm going to kind of leave it, I'm going to see if I can leave it like that and see if I can work with it over here. I don't know. I might just leave it like that. There we go. Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, because this might take a few extra moments. Let me bring this up just a little bit. That way it shows hopefully a little bit more. The first thing that I'm going to do, literally the first, I did this afterwards on that one, but it was an afterthought. When I decorated the front, I noticed that the side still showed this, what do they call it? Not naked wood. Not naked wood, but it was unfinished, this unfinished wood. So what I did is I'm going to take the Stampin' Blends, and I'm going to use the brush tip side, and I am going to color. This is the Dark Misty Moonlight, and I'm just using this because it coordinates with what I'm doing. It's one of the coordinating colors. Of course, on this wood it looks a little bit different, but that's okay because the side is not the focal point here. What's the focal point is the front. Okay, and if you do this part first, then you won't have the problem with worrying about if you're going to get this ink on your project, on the edge of your paper. Oops, that's a oopsie, but that's okay because that's going to get covered up. Okay, so what we're going to do is go all the way around. As you know, with our blends, the darker that you go over it, or the more you go over it, the darker it gets. Okay, we're just going to keep going over that till it's, if you don't want to use your blends, if you have maybe like a paint, I know sometimes even I use paint on projects. I'm real project specific, so if I'm doing something and it requires paint, I will use paint. So I have a lot of Martha Stewart's little craft paints. But as you can see, I'm going over it again, and it's just getting darker. And that's just to cover up the unfinished wood frame part of it. If you really wanted to, you could also stain this. Of course, you know, if you stain it, you'll want to wait a little while before you start working with it, but that's what I'm going to do to the outside. Okay, so there we have that, and I probably should go ahead and get some have my baby wipes over here. Okay, now what I did is I am using the Heart and Home Designer Series paper. I've already cut this to size. This is an 8x8 size, and I want this whitewash plank board side to be on the front, and this is the other side. So this is that same DSP. Okay, now what I did in order to get it on, because this clip does not come off, is I had to turn this clip up this way while I was working on the board. This clip doesn't come off. Unless you know a way to take it off, it does not come off. So what I had to do is I put this up against the top of the board, and this is all I did, you guys. I pressed along the edge of the metal where the paper meets. And what I'm going to do, now I have a little imprint. Can I see my imprint? Oh, I can barely see my imprint this way. There we go. I had to put it by the light. I am going to literally cut on where it gave a little embossed from the metal. I'm just going to cut that little piece out. Okay, all I did was I cut that piece out. I don't know why it looked like my light just went out, but it didn't. Okay. And then we are going to use our all-purpose, our multi-purpose Tombow glue. And I am not looking at the comments, so if you come on, remember to say hi. I'm putting glue directly on the board itself, and I'm only going to put it along the edge. I did mine late last night, and everything is still intact, so we know that this glue works perfect on this wood. I'm going to wiggle around it one more time. There we go. That's all it's going to take. And then now I'm going to put this back on. So let me get that in there. And because it's glue, I can help bring it up a little bit more. Let me get a good grip on it. Get it around. There we go. And let me get my wipes, because now I have glue on my fingers. And then once this is down and into place, you can move it around just a little bit. And then now I want to just kind of rub around the edges and get that glue spread out. Even around this little edge right there. And now we have our base down. And it dries pretty quickly, so you can actually, once you have that down, you don't have to wait for anything to dry. You can continue to build on top of it. And then as you can see, it's a clean edge around this clip. Okay, now at this point, what you can do is you can go ahead and turn it. Now when you turn it, it wants to hit on the paper. You can bring it up just a little bit and turn it. That way it doesn't tear your paper. Okay, and then now you have your clip back on your board hanging down that way. Now I've got all my pieces right here. I did use the contour. I did use the contour dies. I probably could have put some of these on already. I did use the contour dies. Let me make sure I'm putting it on the right side. So on each one of these little scallops, I am putting, I'll go ahead and take them off as I put them on, the mini black dimensionals. And I am using black so that when this is on from the side, you can't see any of the white dimensionals. You can use the large ones if that's all you have, but with the dimensionals, the black ones, they come in a mini pack. They come in an assortment pack. You get the big ones and you get the mini ones. It's the white ones that you have to buy a package of each if you want little ones and big ones. Okay, and you do this essentially 4 times, which is probably, I'm thinking now, I probably should have gone ahead and done these. And you just line it up to the edge. And once it's lined up, you can just give a little pressure to the dimensionals to hold that down. Now, you might be wondering, can I do it the opposite way with the scallops going to the outside? And yes, you can, because I toyed with that. My original thought was to have the scallops going outside of the frame, but when I got to the bottom, there's not a whole lot of space from the bottom of the frame. Oops, from the bottom of the frame, my things fell, to the table. And so, dilemma there. It would have looked weird to have the bottom scallops going into the frame and the other 3 sides going out. So I just decided to leave it the same way. I just decided to leave all of them going the same direction. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and get all of these on. Now the die for this is part of the scalloped contours dies, and you have to die cut it once for the length of the die, and then you have to like overlap it for like a couple of more in order to get the full 8 inches, because I didn't want to have to piece this together. So I decided to just overlap it and then cut it to what I needed it to be, if that makes sense. But these little ones are working out just fine, and I might need to get another little sheet because this one's running out, and I don't want to have to cut anything because these are the nice perfect size to put on here. And then one more. But this is the perfect thing to do on a cold or rainy weekend day, or if you're snowed in from school and you want to do a project. Use some of your scraps. Let me get some more dimensionals. Do one of these and be able to give it as a gift to somebody. This would be a great birthday gift. This is large enough to put depending on how you decorate it, to put a either a 4x6, well, probably like a 4x6 photo, I would guess. 5x7 might be pushing it too much, but definitely a 4x6 will give you plenty of room for being able to decorate however you want to decorate. Okay, last one. Last side. Get that lined up. And then we will really let the decorating begin. Now, don't forget, somebody's actually going to win this prize next week. So somebody's going to get this one that I'm making. So don't forget to like, comment, and share for your chance. And I'm going to pull this a little closer so I can actually see it myself. All right. Now, I have 3 mats. I have this 4x6 mat that I have embossed with the Hive 3D embossing folder. And I will tell you, on mine, you probably can't see it, but I didn't just put it down there flat. I tried to like rough it up a little bit, because I think, you know, it just looked better than being just flat, you know. Just rough it up, curl the edges a little bit. If you really wanted to get extreme with it, you could roll it up. You could roll it up in a, like you're going to throw it away and then unwrap it, just to give that more distressed look about it. But it doesn't take much, because cardstock that's been embossed is it's very flimsy, as you can tell, but it also creases and curls pretty easy. So, I mean, that's not crazy, but that'll work. But that's going to be the last layer. And then I did use the same designer series paper that I used for the base. I did use that one, and I used the contour die with this designer series paper I want to show on the front, as well as this designer series paper, which that's the back, that's that design. And you can't really tell, but I used the rectangle, the stitched rectangle dies, and there's a little stitched edge all the way around this piece. And that's going to be like the top layer. Okay, but I'm also going to add in 2, well really it's just 1 of the Heart and Home doilies in cinnamon cider, and we're going to put a little adhesive right here on that piece, and I'm going to put that on that corner, and then this one, same thing, little adhesive, and I'm going to put that on this corner, kind of like that. Okay, and I'm not going to attach all these layers together, because basically I just want to turn it sideways like that, and turn this one sideways, and then grab the clip, get that loose dimensional off of there, and I want to grab it and hold it like that. Okay, so these pieces are going to be loose. Now, what we're going to do now, let me set this off to the side, because what we're going to do now is we're going to build, bring that closer, we're going to build this whole flower piece right here. Let me see if there we go. See if it'll stay. We're going to build this flower piece. And I have already stamped. I decided to use Daisy Lane, and I stamped the 2 different size daisies. So that we have 3 large ones and 4 smaller ones. And I stamped these in pale papaya. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble these. So I've got my large ones, I put a glue dot in the center, and then I kind of overlapped it, and then I'm going to put another glue dot in the center. Let me put 2. That one was kind of sideways a little bit. And then I'll put the last one on to help fill that gap a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to do the same things to the smaller ones. Get a glue dot. Kind of slightly overlap it. Another glue dot. Slightly overlap it. And then another glue dot. And then slightly overlap that. See if I can get it overlap there. Okay, some of them might move, and so you might have to readjust them. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take these daisy flowers, and I'm just going to use my fingers to help curl up the end. That and you can use your bone folder, but if you used your bone folder, you probably might rip them if you pull on them too hard. But I am just roughing up the petals here to give it a little dimension, and the same thing with this. Just rough them up a little bit and then help give each layer some dimension. And then we're going to attach this one to the center of the big one. Okay. With some, I'm going to use glue. I think I used glue just to make sure. So I'm going to put a little bit of all-purpose glue in the center of that and stick it in the middle of the big one. That will eventually dry. And then the first one I'm going to do, the first layer, is I'm going to take these dies. Now all of the rest of these dies are from the Forever Flourishing die set. So if you're looking for a really nice die set that has a lot of greenery dies, I definitely recommend that. Now after the video, I will be posting a complete supply list. I need to put that on the front. I'll be posting a complete supply list in the description. So if you are interested in duplicating this, you will know exactly what went into it. If you want to do this. Now, we have lots of other designer series papers. We have lots of other suites that you could work with. I just wanted to showcase this because this is the paper that I'm using for the month of February. Okay, so we're just going to keep putting some glue dots. Like I said, I did mine really late last night, and this has been holding up really, really well. Okay, and then we're going to put that one like that. And then I also die cut the same ones with the vellum cardstock. And I'm going to get some glue dots on those. It's okay to be random at the base with all these glue dots. And the more you can kind of spread out on there, the better. That way it attaches itself to before and after, any cardstock before and after. And I put that on there. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one on the other side. And there's the dryer. It's laundry day at the Ragsdale residence. Really, it's Chris. He does his laundry on Sundays. Let me put a couple of more. Okay, and let me squeeze that back in there. Get it back there. Okay. If you're worried about something sticking, you could always get out your silicone mat. That way, if there's any glue dots that show through there, it won't stick to your paper underneath. It's just a thought. And then there is this die that I die cut out in Pale Papaya. I'm going to put that one on. Right through there. And then more glue dots. You can use a lot of glue dots. If you're a glue stick person, you can use glue as well if you really want this to really hold together. Okay, and then we're going to slide that down in there. And then these other die cuts right here, we're just going to sprinkle in on the front. Put one on the front and the back. See, mine wants to stick. I'll slide that in there. And same thing on this one. Front and the back. Slide that in there. Okay, now I am also going to use, let me grab it, some polished dots. But before I do that, we're going to flip this around and we're going to put some black dimensionals all along the back here. We're going to make a pretty big dent with these black dimensionals because I want to make sure that this entire piece right here really sticks to that designer series paper. Okay, so you can be generous with your large dimensionals. And I'll put one more right here. I think that's good. Okay, we'll peel those little backings off. A couple more. And this thing is going to start to come together really quick. Okay, so we'll bring this back. And we're going to attach this to this part of our, you can move that if you need to this bottom left corner. You might have to squish your flowers down, but that's okay. You can always, see, you can always fluff them back up. Now, in the center of this, I'm going to be adding, I'm going to add a large polished dot to the center. So I can get that in there. The center. And then the smaller ones, if I can get one on there. Come on. I'm going to use the smaller ones to go all the way around. I thought about putting three large ones, but something did not look right about it. So I thought, let me just put one in the center, and then we'll use up some of these small ones around the big one. And I think you end up using like 6 of them. I tend to go for the larger accessories But this is a great way, if you're like me and you still have a bunch of little ones left, this is a great way to use up your smaller ones. I do that with rhinestones because some of those rhinestones, oh, if I can get this, are really, all right now, are really small, our basic rhinestones. Let me push that into place. There we go. All right, one more. To fill that one little spot. There we go. I'm going to give that a little pressure to make sure all of those are down. Now, a flower would not really be complete without some, you got it, Winkostella. Gotta have Winkostella. So we're gonna take some Winkostella, which is just glitter on a brush, and I'm gonna brush the tips of my little flowers, my little flower petals. Not all of them. I didn't want to do this beforehand just because I didn't want to waste too much Winkostella on each one of them, if only a few were going to eventually be showing on the completed project. So just a little will do. Let's make sure all the little petals that are seen have a little bit on them, just to give it a little extra shine. Okay, and then now what we have is we have our new brushed brass butterflies, and I did a couple of them. I did one over here, and then used some smaller ones, kind of like they're trailing behind. I think I put 3 of them over there, and then another big one over here with the smaller one. I think there was 3. Yeah, there's 3 of them. And then another one over here. And then we got bumblebee trinkets. We're gonna use a couple of those. Get some more glue dots. And we are going to put a glue dot on the back, and I have one of them on here. And then the other one, oh, I thought I had a glue dot on there. It's on this one. The other one is down here in the corner, just to dress that piece up. And then the last 2 things are the denim ribbon and then the scallop lace trim. I got 2 different sets here. I have I want to say this is 8 inches. Let me make sure. Okay, 8 inches. And on this one, all I did on this first one is I ran it through that hole on the clip and brought it through and just tied a bow, not a bow, a knot, just a loose knot, just to have something hanging from there. Now originally when I did this, I had the bow on top of here, but something just looked weird about it. So I was like, no, let me do this. So let me 8. That's a good guesstimate with 12. And then I'm going to trim those. So with these 2 together, this lace trim and this denim ribbon, I'm going to make a bow, and hopefully it will stay intact. And then I can fluff it out once I make the bow. I don't know why mine looked a little longer, but just a bow. Doesn't have to be, you know, even, I guess, on both sides. But I did break out more glue dots. We're going to put a bunch of glue dots on the back of this bow. I think I used about 5 of them because I wanted to make sure that this was really going to stick to this project. So don't be afraid to use too many glue dots. Now the bow, I decided to put back here on this piece instead. Okay. If you were replicating this project, why does my bow seem to be larger? My bow seems to be larger. I don't know why. I probably used, instead of 12 inches, I probably used 18 inches now that I think about it. I might have to change that, but I'll go change it afterwards. Because my bow, this is the one that I did, seemed to have larger loops to it, which looks better. It just looks better. This one's a little bit on the smaller side, so I may end up having to go change. I'm going to probably change that out a little bit. But anyway, that bow I just put on the back. So let me move this out of the way. And let me make sure. Got my mats, the flowers. Yep, that was it. That was it. So there's the one that I did on the left, and then the one that I just did is on the right. But there you have it. Let me put that, there we go. That one will stand up like that. But there you have it. Oops, just a simple dollar wood clip frame I got from Michael's. I think I bought like 3 of these. But just something you can do with your Stampin' Up! Products, and just a little creativity, pulling some flowers together and some of your dies, and just creating this little piece off to the side. This will easily fit. I think if you wanted to show off more of this mat, like a 3x5 photo would work, but also a 4x6 would work. I guess if you cropped it down just a little bit. But there you have it. Hope you all like it. Somebody's going to win this next week. And I will switch out the ribbon a little bit because mine seemed to be a little bit bigger than this one. But there you go. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Joanne, Stella, Pat, Roberta. Thank you for sharing, Roberta. Let's see who else. Terry. Yes, in fact, Terry, I've already taken pictures of mine. I took several pictures last night, and one of the close-ups is the center of the flower. So after I'm done with the video and I update the description, I will upload the pictures as well so that you can kind of see. I'll bring it in a little closer there so you can kind of see what the center of those daisies look like. But I'll be able to give you a better picture. Hi, Shannon Howe. Yes, thank you all. I'll go back through all of the comments, but there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's project, and next week I will be doing another project with this, the same bundle, the Honeybee Home Bundle, and a little bit of the paper, not much, but, and I can't say too much because I'll give it away, but I'll give away the surprise. But anyway, there you have it. Thank you all for joining me this Sunday afternoon. Have a great rest of the day wherever you are. Be safe, be blessed, and also in the meantime, make sure you stay crafty. We will see y'all later, guys. Bye.